Greetings, programs, and welcome back to Cyberpunk 2077 and the pause screen, because, as I discovered when I loaded in, pretty much leaving off, or coming in from where we left off last time, we're basically due a phone call very, very shortly. So, as you might surmise, this is my second time attempting to start this video, because last time I got caught a bit flat-footed. So we are literally where we were last time, outside of the mega building where Clouds is. And yeah, that was kind of interesting, because as you might have guessed from me, explicitly saying so, in which case it's not really a guess. Yeah, I hadn't taken that path before, so that was all completely new to me. Anyway, there really should be a call any moment now, and now I'm just looking like a fool for having said that, with nothing happening. Excellent. Well, I guess we can try and make a call ourselves then, because we do have the option to call Judy.
V, you called.
Promised I'd call, didn't I?
Promising's one thing, keeping it's a whole other bag. So, managed to learn anything?
Evelyn's not at Clouds anymore. Behavioral chip was damaged. Apparently they carted her off to a Ripper dog goes by Fingers.
Oh shit.
Well, that sounds like it's not good news.
Know where to find this Fingers character?
Yeah, runs a dinky chop shop off Jig Street. Fuck V. Guy's all kinds of bad news.
Heading there now, to find her.
I told her to stay the fuck away from Clouds. Alright, later V.
Right, so, that's actually really close. I'm not even going to bother summoning my car. I can just sprint there right now. I can't remember if at the time of recording the last video. Oh, well, there we go. There's Takamura. That's the call I was waiting for.
V, can you talk? It is important.
What's important?
I may have found a solution to the problem we share. I have established a contact with an old friend from Arasaka. He's here in Night City now. He's well connected to certain influential people.
Old friend, well connected to the influential. Why so mysterious? Get to the point.
I told you once I would explore options, knock on many doors. There will be a meeting. You, me, and this friend of mine. You will tell him what you told me. The truth of events at Konpeki Plaza. I have little hope that he will be convinced. But it will be a start.
Of all people, you ought to know Night City tests everyone's reliability, even that of old friends. Sure about this guy? Trust him?
Many times we have had the opportunity to kill one another. Yes, I trust him.
It's a funny way to... Okay, well, we haven't killed each other yet, so sure, that counts as trust, right? I suppose?
Fine. Where's the meet and when?
Japantown. After sunset, I am sending you the precise location. I'll see you there.
Okay, so... Jig Street it is, and... Oh, hello, Johnny.
So, there's more up your alley than Clouds.
Hey, at least here you know what you're getting.
Right, also, I've noticed my health isn't exactly tip-top, so we could grab something foody from the backpack. Which is going to be... Not grenades. I just shove a grenade in my mouth. Jambalaya! There we go. And now I'm thinking of that one scene from an early season of Scrubs. And if you get that reference, then, my word, your brain is as cluttered as mine. So, Jig Street is, pretty much what you think. Yeah, literally, shops full of accessories. Yeah, very practically sized accessories.
I can see that.
Sure. I think this actually counts as a shop where you can sell junk.
How can I be of service?
Got anything that might interest me?
And you can buy, you know, the things as well. But at least in the vanilla, it's literally just junk items. Yeah, these just count as junk items. But no, they're actually, again, the mod has changed some things. So, you can buy crafting skill shards. Allows you to craft and upgrade items to rare for 2 minutes. Kind of almost like some of the various drugs and things you get in what is it I'm thinking of? Fallout, I think. Fallout 4. You can improve your crafting that way. And Skyrim as well, of course. You know, you can make alchemy potions and improve your crafting and whatnot. But yeah, there's actually some appropriate wear one could buy here. Well, a bit inappropriate, I suppose. It's showing a fair bit of skin, but yeah, that's interesting. You know, this was just a complete random whim coming in here, expecting it to just be junk items. But no, the mod has actually put some appropriate stuff on this vendor, which is kind of neat. We also could sell them a little bit of junk. Not that there is much to sell them, but yeah, 27 eddies. I'm rich! Anyway, let's go see Fingers, who is not the world's most pleasant character, unsurprisingly.
Well, what do we got here? And you just the cutest thing. If you're looking for a release, I just might be your man.
Fortunately, the Intimidate option, it only requires 6 body, and I think we did last time because I wanted to use that gun, didn't I? So
Got an issue needs sorting out. Here to do that. So how about you fuck off, let me through, and no one will be the wiser.
So serious from the get-go? I was only joking. Sheesh. Fine. Let her through, Sludge.
you can, of course, just, you know, start shooting, and I think one of the options lets you do that. And you can also get around this side door, but I don't think there's any way to get to this side door that doesn't involve walking past these guys here, so it's hardly sneaky. But I'm going to do it anyway, because, you know... XP!
You will be when every mox in town descends on this shithole. You got a financial claim? Take it to court, you pussy.
Where was that suddenly coming from? Wait, why is there a blue marker on the map? Or is that just the upstairs? I think that's just the upstairs. I don't know. I've just noticed this blue circle bit, but that just might be directing me to the area where Fingers is. Anyway, there's a few little bits and pieces in here. You can also look at some of the sorry souls that are in this place.
Just don't turn off the lights.
Pick up a few things.
Summer means rain. Means I have to sit in the basement the whole time.
Well, he doesn't look too happy.
Hey, you alright?
No way I'm gonna swim. I hate water.
Bit out of it,
See,
maybe.
nobody cares.
Fingers. Know where I can find him?
If I could, I'd swap, you know? Why does everything have to be so damn convoluted?
Little bit out of it.
Only I got left.
Take a little bit of booze.
And benign.
So this is clearly not a place that people come when, you know, they're on the up and up, when they've got the money to afford to go to somebody competent. No, this is where you go when you're a little bit desperate, which is what all that is establishing. Milk, chocolate. I always like the quotation marks around that. It's like when you see those ultra cheap whatever, it's like, you know, cheese style topping flavour or something. It's like, okay, I don't know what this is, but I don't want to put it in my body. Right, a little bit more junk. I'm just going to do a quick check of skills before I go any further, because we do have a level up available, and we wanted to get that 6 in body, because we've got... Oh, my guns are all a bit messed up at the moment, but yeah, the Ajax is fine. We've got the Lizzie pistol, but we've also got... And I don't think the Lizzie pistol can shoot through walls, but we've also got... is it the Buria? I seem to have a bunch of guns. Chaos is the other tech pistol that we've got, but yeah, and that can shoot through walls, which is quite nice. That's got a status effect. I'm going to have to clear out some of these, although I think I was holding onto a bunch of them in order to disassemble some for and get the mods off them later on, but obviously some of them don't have that, so we can just disassemble them for components right now. And free up some of that carry capacity. That's just a random katana, I think. That's black. There's a couple of items where they're named but they're not iconic. It's kind of odd. Those I might as well just get the components out of. I have done a knife throwy character, and frankly the way the knife throwing works in this game is a bit meh. I don't know if this mod particularly fixes that, but yeah, one of the big issues with it in vanilla anyway is the there's no, like, you throw the knife and it just kind of despawns, so you don't get to pick up the knife after, so it's not a kind of a reusable thing. And I think there's mods that specifically try and change that, but I've not tried to use one of those. That's just nothing in there. That's fine. Right, I think that's all good. We're at less than half our carry capacity, and I mean, I could potentially put one more into, say, intelligence, or do I want to go one more into tech ability? Maybe intelligence, because we're all quite a ways off capping out any of those things, and going for intelligence 5. Although I can't remember what was I saying about the build. I want to get, like, what was it, tech, intelligence, and reflexes as my 3 main things, if I remember correctly. I only put that thing into that level into body, so I could use that that gun. But there's a lot of fences and things that require, I think, either 4 or 5 in body as well. So yeah, let's do intelligence, because we have been doing a lot of hacking, and hacking is kind of OP. Hold to acquire, and then 2 perk points. Can we do anything useful with that? 3 minutes disables all cameras in the network. Mass vulnerability demon. We've already got 1 level of that. That actually, for 3 minutes, 6 minutes. I don't know if that's worth doing. Breach protocol. That's definitely not worth doing. That one could be useful. That's just going to get me more cash. That one's very useful if you're being hit by an enemy netrunner, because it tells you exactly where they are. Let's go for that and save the other point for now, and we could get that slightly more damage, but yeah, anyway. We can scan this guy. That doesn't really tell me much, except he's a pimp, and that's clearly his...
I don't owe you shit!
I don't know what the terminology would be in Cyberpunk.
That shit has a name. Something around 20,000.
What? Come on, you pulled that number out of your ass!
Hey, what's that tone with me, you skank? Hey, look in the mirror. Who paid for all that? Think Fingers would have fixed a cracked faceplate for free? You want out, you gotta pay me back.
So, you know, clearly life's all fun and games here in Night City.
Hey.
So you can just, I don't know, see what people's names are, I guess.
There's a line! Nuh-uh, you ain't cut.
One thing that's always seemed a bit odd to me is that there don't seem to be like there is specifically a hospital, but Ripper Docs seem to be the kind of all-purpose, you know, you go to a Ripper Doc when you're unwell if you've got cyberware, I guess, or if the cyberware is causing the malfunction. Also, I'm just going to pick up this random roll of money someone's left, because why not? Anyway, hello Judy.
Glad to see a familiar face.
I'm worried sick about her, V. Had no idea anything had happened.
We'll find her. I know we will. After the heist, Evelyn holed up with the Mox for a while, right?
That's right.
So why the hell did she go back to Clouds?
Thought she'd be safer there. God knows why. Tried to get her to see straight, but she wouldn't listen.
That's one of those elements of the story that feels a bit like a MacGuffin almost. Like,
What's up with you?
she ends up going back to Clouds because the plot requires her to go back to Clouds for the next bit to happen, rather than it making any real sense for her to have headed back there to lie low.
You talked to Fingers yet?
If only. He's harder to get in to see than the best docs in town. We're gonna be here forever. I just know it. Maybe you could talk to those girls, see if we can cut in front?
Why me?
I don't think they like me. Just give it a shot. That or come up with something better.
We can actually chat with her a little bit more, so we'll do that.
You worked at Clouds.
Not as a doll. Tuned their virtues. That's where I met Ev, Tom, and the rest of the crew.
She means a lot to you, doesn't she?
And you've arrived at that conclusion how exactly?
The moment you knew where she was, you sprang into action.
Once you get close to Evelyn, you never want to let her go.
Interesting. It hints at some kind of relationship beyond merely friends.
Think Evelyn's being kept here somewhere?
On the one hand, hope she is, because I want her back fast. But on the other, hope to God no, because who knows what that sick fuck could have done to her.
So yeah, this Fingers guy sounding charming. So when it says find another way in, I mean, I know that we can talk to... I'm just gonna...
Just watch you don't break your legs, honey. You're gonna be begging Fingers for a new pair.
I'm just wondering if I'm just, you know, there's another way to do this, and I've not done this before, so let's barge in and see what happens. Hello!
What the hell is this? What? There's more
Oh,
of you?
the door was just open.
You're already here. Could have told me you weren't a door person.
Get out of my clinic right now! Via the door!
What a fucking shit sty.
Where's Evelyn Parker? I know she wound up here at your clinic.
Evelyn.
Yeah, that looks a bit...
Think real hard.
You see, my patient here is likely to feel ever so slightly awkward if I leave half her face
also
off.
kind of tells you quite the state of like cybernetic replacement.
Something
Upper
wrong?
eyelid retractor on that faceplate's busted. She won't be able to close her eye completely.
You think I don't know that? Sadly, this is the second-hand schlock I'm forced to make do with.
Third hand and fourth hand, too, by the look of things.
Consider the alternative. No eyelid at all, no faceplate to speak of.
Fine, I'll wait.
Just gonna, you know, casually stick her face back
I need
on.
you to be a big girl now. This could hurt.
He's clearly not a big believer in painkillers,
Bear
anesthetic.
with me just one more second. There. How's it feel?
Fine, I guess.
Looks fine, too. And it never hurts to smile, sweetheart.
So yeah,
Tiger claws?
far as I know, I'm all paid up.
Real charming guy.
With the Moth.
And I'm definitely not going to hesitate to
Box?
do,
Why
do,
didn't
do,
you
do, do.
say so?
Just help myself. All
What
this
brings you here?
stuff.
These girls know you're chipping faulty implants.
You might say so. I'd say they're the very best I can find. See?
What's in it for you?
Whatever they have to offer. And they always have something to offer.
You're a sick.
What do you want to bet this guy gets his stuff from
You
the
looking
various
for a
nasty
friend?
scaffer operations we've seen around the place?
Can't speak or what?
Heard you help the working girls around here.
Well, very few children will play with broken toys. So when skin goes flabby, sockets go out of whack, implants malfunction, I'm sure you get the gist. You pay for goods, you expect top quality. Consumerism 101.
Please. Scrapyards offer better quality than this.
Already told you. I'm looking for a woman named Evelyn Parker. Need to know where she is.
Step into my office, please. Many girls come through here. So many. But let me put it to you this way. I believe in giving each of them the personal touch. Ask anyone.
You just,
I'm more
it
than a
just
chop guy.
sounds so creepy.
See, I know what people... I'll be more than glad to show you around. But, later, perhaps.
Also, yes, that is another iconic what's it that he doesn't really seem to
Of
mind.
course.
You just
I can't
stealing.
remember each and every one.
So there's a couple of
Even
ways.
if it's a specimen as exquisite as you.
You can go
Please
with
set your
jogging his memory
exquisite
with your
derrieres
fists,
down.
or you can try
Forrest. Name mean anything
a
to you?
slightly less confrontational approach.
Nope.
They call him Woodman. Works at the dollhouse.
You talked to him?
Did more than that.
Wasn't too happy about the way Woodman treated his employees. So I zeroed him. Not too fond of you either right about now. So careful what you say.
Poor girl. Tried to help her, I did. But as you can see, this isn't exactly a state-of-the-art facility.
Mentioned you couldn't help her. Help her with what, exactly?
If I only knew, I wager she'd be standing here, happy and smiling. Instruction register on her chip was burnt to a crisp. Tried replacing it. Nothing.
Damage was caused by a netrunner using homebrewed malware.
Sounds about right.
Get to the point!
Sometimes when you're doing the secondary questions and then you return to the primary questions, the
yes.
tone shift is a
Well, I
little
haven't the faintest
jarring.
idea where she is.
Enough of this bullshit! What'd you do to her, you freak?
Now, either you put a muzzle on this creature, or put her down. It's impossible to have a conversation with her around.
Let's try the... I've done the punchy thing before, so let's try the slightly less
Don't talk to her
confrontational.
She insulted me.
like that. Look, the quicker you spill, the shorter you'll have to put up with us. Now, Evelyn Parker, where is she?
Could very well be on her way to becoming the next underground brain dance darling. That's all I know.
What do you mean by underground?
I don't know. I mean, I don't watch that sort of stuff.
Uh-huh.
Snuff? XBDs?
I told you I don't know.
Where will we find her?
How many times do I have to repeat myself? I don't know. I did what anyone in my place would do.
Uh-huh.
When I realized I wouldn't be able to help her, patch her up, I called my fixer. 2 guys came and picked her up the same day.
Who'd you call? Who's your fixer?
Wakako. Told her I had a busted doll with a BD implant to hand off.
Where did they take her?
I told you already. I don't know. They weren't the talkative kind, and I'm no gunk. I know better than to ask questions of people like that.
You're no gunk? What do you think? Why'd all these girls come in here, let you grope around them? Think it's for your charm? Your caring attitude? They do it because they got no choice. And in the end, they despise you. They can smell you're pathetic.
These guys, what did they look like?
Like you, me, anyone else in this city.
Really now, they looked like you.
They looked like the kind of guys you don't make eye contact with. One of them was a bearded fellow.
The two that came for her didn't say anything about where they'd take her, what they were gonna do to her.
Mentioned something about virtues with a moth, of all things. Said she'd be perfect for them, whatever that means. But that's really all I know.
You pawned her off like she was some fucking inanimate mannequin.
Because that's exactly what she was.
Need air. I'll be outside.
Judy's right. People like you make this city a living hell. Day in, day out.
Got what you wanted, didn't you? So get the fuck out of here.
Alrighty. That can go a bit differently. But I think this means he's still available as a Ripperdoc, because if you intimidate him with fists, for some reason he's then not keen on talking to you.
Don't worry, we'll find her. I know it.
We'll fucking find what's left of her butchered corpse.
Hey, keep it together. Wanna give up now?
No. Only lead we got's an XBD. Where's that get us?
We
Well, it's
also
not the
know
only
we're looking
lead.
for something related
We can
to
speak to
Death's Head.
Wakako.
Better than nothing.
I don't get your optimism. Still sounds like a big fat nothing to me.
Death's Head symbol bring anything to mind. Anything. Doesn't matter how small.
This industry... I mean, market's looking for every kind of fetish out there. It's cavernous. But an XBD outfit'd be on the move, almost always. Makes them harder to nab, harder to sting.
Need to figure out where they're scrolling this stuff. Gotta be a rat hole of some sort. Doubt they do much shooting on location.
Yeah, gotta be somewhere quiet, out of the way.
Could be we'll see something to point us in their direction in one of their virtues.
Ugh, have to be real gonks to leave a clue.
Or we could just speak to Wakako, which actually I don't think is an option.
Everyone, everything leaves something behind. Just need to know where to look. Lucky for me, I'm running around with the best BD specialist in town. That's an extra pair of expert eyes.
Well, your BD expert has a better idea. Pleasures of Night City, a domain with its twin on the dark net.
Every kind of thing goes on
Oh,
there. Might stumble on something useful.
Yep. What was meant to happen? Or we could just speak to
Let me think
Wakako.
for a sec.
Is no one else but me having this thought, Judy?
Darknet domain. That's our best bet. Let's stick to the plan.
Fine. Here's hoping you turn up something useful.
It is interesting that it kind of implies that, you know, fixers don't necessarily, like, some might have some kind of moral compass with what they do and don't get involved with, but Wakako is clearly someone that, you know, she'll quite happily sell off, you know, a person. She's absolutely got no compunction with that whatsoever, or working with the tiger claws. So, yeah. Who's this then? Just some random guy.
Hey, yo, man, you trying to rip us off?
We could
I got 4 bags missing here.
attack. Oh, what's
That's
going
the
on
cut
here?
I got off Pablo. Don't like it? Take it up with
Oh,
him.
okay, this is just a
I
little
ain't dealing with Pablo. I'm dealing
canned
with you. That means you
interaction.
and me got a problem. Now, I could paint the sidewalk with your guts, but that wouldn't get me what I'm owed.
Oh, you want to try? Go on, son.
Oh, yeah. Well, that went very well for you, didn't it, sir? But hey, free gun. So yeah, oh, it's actually saying I can use this one right here. I think it's the one and only time you get to use one of these public terminals. So, it's basically just a bunch of ads for various things. And log in. So here we do the usual little minigame thing, which is not too complicated. Hacker voice, I'm in. And just like that, we're on the dark web, you guys. So it's just like the mirror image of, you know, that's all the public face stuff, and here's the where to get the less nice things. So illegal fight clubs and drugs and cloned cows. Apparently they're illegal. Southern bees. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. So, dark auctioneer. And the club organises trips to the Amazon basin to hunt formerly extinct species. Okay. So it says about Jig Jig Street itself. And I guess this is just like ads of, yeah, people. Brain dances, however, is the thing that we're really here. So we are looking for okay, it's all very, very grim. Death's Head Moth Volume 49. Contact Lenny N. So we're looking for somebody called Lenny N, apparently. And instead of just being like, oh, where do we find that? The game's just going to be like, over here.
Looking for something raw, untouched. I'll come back some other time.
Betting on it.
What's...
How about you? You buying or just gonna stand there like a pig under cover?
I have no idea what that flickery... Is it just the edge of that lighting, or... Oh, it's supposed to be drips. So I guess I stood right in front of it, so it looked like some kind of weird light effect, but it's supposed to be drips coming down. Okay, mystery solved.
What have you got?
Virtues.
Any special kind?
Well, let me put it to you this way. Those who know don't need to ask.
Looking for BDs. A particular kind.
Particular? You a badge?
If I was a badge, you'd already be in cuffs for what you sold the customer before me.
All right. Can't be too careful. What do you want?
Give me the best of the best. Ones with the Death's Head.
Didn't know I was dealing with a connoisseur. Death's Head'll cost you, though.
I mean, we might get some information, but I doubt he'll tell us anything.
Where do you get these scrolls?
Said you weren't a pig.
Just curious, that's all.
Once you booted up your virtue, dare say your curiosity will be satisfied. People that make these, obsessed with privacy. Never even occurred to me to ask where they're from. To which caution I probably owe the fact that I'm still alive, talking to you.
Got anything that might interest me?
Right, so that's the one we need. He's also got clothing mods and things. We can actually buy... We could just buy the thing, or we can actually buy the spec for the thing, which would be better, although that's expensive. Also a progression shard thing, and I think the rest of these are all just... Yeah, they'll just say incompatible with your software, because, you know. So that's all just crafting XP. Let's buy it. I don't know if we'll be able to get this anywhere else, so let's get that. It's dashed expensive though. Let's sell him that random gun. Yeah, that'll offset my yeah.
Pleasure doing biz with you.
Right, let's go see Judy. Although, also just randomly steal a pair of trousers, as one does. Don't mind me. I was just totally not stealing your trousers. Totally. Right, clearly I sold it. Why are there random people crouching? I wonder if it's from that gunshot earlier over there, and then these were pedestrians that were there that just haven't despawned yet, and so they look very strange. Yes. Right, so let's get in.
Let me get everything prepped. You make sure the wreath's snug on you. You'll watch while I edit in real time. The old one too.
I think this is it in terms of what... Oh no, actually there's at least one other pair of Brainland sequences that you do back to back, and I think they're fairly short ones.
Ready when you are.
I want you to describe what you see. You might catch something I miss.
You really don't get to do it that often in this game. So, as you might imagine, this is going to be pretty grim. I mean, it's entirely believable that, you know, this fantastic technology of being able to record somebody's experiences would absolutely then end up with this major underground market of basically snuff films. So, yeah. Lovely, isn't it? Anyway, we do have some clues though, so although the sounds bugged out a little bit. Right, let's see if I can remember the controls. So we've got some kind of shift switch layer. Some of the previous body there. Now there's something on the thermal, but I don't know if we can figure out what that is just yet. I've also got something on the sound layer, so we can...
Radio's turned way up. Probably to drown out the screaming.
Okay. We've got a source over there as well.
Heard shit like that before. Sounds like scabs to me.
Is there some other new source yet? Oh, that was the left shift I wanted.
Electric corp patch on the coveralls.
Oh, also I've missed a visual thing there. We'll rewind that slightly. Where are we? Ah, there we go. It's
ordered recently.
a pizza box. Which apparently is an important clue.
Scab woman. Who knew that sites chopping people up, they were scrolling XBDs. Can't beat that rich synth cough aroma. Cheap shit. Cold too. Buck a slice. Ordinary box. Decker, Tanaka, and Rogers logo. Standard for a trash heap. Okay. We're looking for an electric core power plant located near a Buck a slice.
So, EC
Means someone's grabbing Buck a slice
in Charter Hill.
which is not something
Buck a
one does
slice
for the
checks out
flavor and
too.
fresh ingredients.
How can you be sure?
Pizza shares its DNA with style. Nobody's gonna schlep across town for it.
Yep, just all talk across each other, why don't you? Okay. Anyway, so basically they were able to deduce, if you didn't catch that, that the chain and the pizza's from and the logo of the Electric Corporation mean that, you know, it's a good chance this is an ex-power plant that's near a Buck a Slice franchise. So, yeah, that's what they're going with.
Old electric core power plant in Charter Hill. Gotta make do with that for now. Nothing else to garner from this school.
Which is, you know, not a terrible conclusion to come to, I suppose. It makes sense. But also, if they're that obsessed about privacy, it seems a bit sloppy that they would leave the electric plant logo overalls lying around. But what do I know? Right, we could actually just go and do that right now, and I think we will, because I think by the time we've done that, that'll be a good length of an episode. Maybe next time we'll go and do some side questy stuff, because there's bound to be some side questy, some side jobs, and yeah, some side jobs racking up, so I might do some of those next time, but we'll stick for this for now.
That virtue sample we saw with the death's head moth. If all they scroll is snuff, then...
Stop it. They'd have to be utter gongs to waste her on something like that.
What do you mean?
We're talking about a girl who's not only a natural at what she does, but also has got a doll's implant. I mean, that's not a package you find lying out in the street.
I do quite like just, you know, sitting back and enjoying the car rides, which you don't really get to do very often in this game. But to be fair, there's many games where, if you start popping, where you don't get to. I mean, I have fond memories of just taking cabs around the place in GTA 4 when I was playing that for the first time on my was it PS3 it would have been? So, yeah. That was notably absent in GTA 5. And very notably absent in this game, even though there is explicitly at least one cab company that you interact with. Anyway, we can actually just skip this, though, as much as I would like to sit and just enjoy the ride.
Going in?
Find us a way inside. I'll hang back, scan the subnet, see if there's any blueprints of the complex lying around. Join you as soon as I find something. Let's link on Hollow till then.
Not gonna be pretty.
So, if you mean to tell me to hang back altogether, don't bother.
Alright, going in.
Right, so let's drop a quick save just in case I horribly balls this up, which is always a possibility, and also let's check our weapons loadout. So I do have that Ajax, but I'm thinking maybe we want to go... Well, actually no, maybe we'll stick with that because I can fire through the walls with that. That is by far my most powerful weapon in terms of individual hits. So it's not even just individual hits, it's the fact that it fires 2 bullets every time you you know, pull the trigger. So yeah, and that's just a kind of spray and pray sort of fire wildly in the direction of everything. Why does that say something Ruli? Zuli? I can't... Answers in the comments. What's that supposed to say? Sturzuli. What's a Sturzuli? Who knows? Anyway, can we... No, if we had the jumpy legs implant, we could possibly get up there, but I don't think we can. Also, yes, I did just randomly set myself on fire from a brazier. Right, so we have enough tech ability to open a gate. It's complicated. Let's see if we can't breach the camera system and use that to peg where everybody is. Right, IC5555. Let's just go for that one. And then I don't think we have the wherewithal to put it in friendly mode yet, but we can take control of the camera and then use it to tag people. Sometimes they don't stay tagged, which is kind of annoying. Now, there's something up there it looks like. Let's see what other cameras we have access to. Something there where we could hide bodies. Pipes. Sometimes it does highlight stuff that you can't necessarily actually do anything with, like shutters and doors and things. There's the guy up there, so this is just more interior. Oh, somebody there I completely missed, right in front of me. That's just back to that camera again, so that's... what? How did I... Okay. Did it kind of... I was here and then somehow it put me in that corner? I don't know. I don't know. Just kind of wondering if there's something in here. Yep, as it happens there's a gun I can snag. Few other bits and pieces. Fluorescent lipstick. Well, you never know when that's going to come in handy. The lack of player customization in this game, I mean, apart from the clothes, but I mean, even then, you compare this to something like GTA 5. Just the options, or the lack of options. And it's not even... yeah, there we go, there's someone. It's not even the variety generally, because, you know, there's loads and loads of clothes that the NPCs get to wear that you as a player don't get to wear, but I think there's mods that unlock that stuff. Ooh. Just going from panel to panel. Sneaky sneak. This guy over here is completely unwatched by anyone else, so we should just be able to do a takedown.
The average. However, in an abundance of caution, the NCPD has raised
Crunch.
the level to 2, advising travelers to avoid side roads. We'll continue to keep you...
We never did look at what that thing was that I picked up from what's his face, actually, from Fingers. So it's basically a club. It's a non-lethal. And it does electrical damage. Interesting. We'll hang on to that. Right, so we've got somebody down there. I think we know the location of all the upstairs people. It'd be useful if you could physically throw something to make a distraction. Uh-oh. I can't tell if I'm paying attention to whether or not somebody's noticing me or not. Yeah, if you could like throw a, you know, pick up a, like Hitman, you know, you pick up bananas or coins or bricks or whatever and you can chuck a thing to distract somebody, but you have to entirely rely on your hacking ability for that. So I can use that to distract that guy over there, for instance. But we have to wait until that person's moved around a bit. Hopefully. We can also use the trunk of that car to hide a body if need be. If I had a silenced weapon I could just pew pew, but I don't have that option. We don't have any quick hacks nearly powerful enough yet to take out a person. Although you do definitely get those later on as the game progresses. Will you just... Something over there I can use to distract. No. Oh, I could actually, while we're up here waiting for people to move around, see if there's anything useful. We've already... Okay, oh. Someday! Someday! It's the C key, and I didn't even want the C key in that case. So we've already, you know, we've already done this, but this is another way of doing this, potentially. But yeah, we can see if there's anything useful in the messages, maybe? Yeah, so they're aware somebody's been asking around. That's interesting. And then someone else is just like, yeah, it's fine. So they have actually laid on extra security because we were being nosy. Okay. And also, let's steal some money. Oh, 300 eddies. Not too shabby. Right, let's drop down here. We should be able to sneak through here and close that again. I think we can close that as well. And then we just have that one guy to deal with where we could even stash them in that cupboard there. Could try and be a bit sneaky about this. Why this person is poking around at this wrecked car? Right, do it quick, do it quick, do it quick. I kind of wish this game also had the ability to drag bodies around like you can in Hitman, at the same time to physically hoist them up. Are you coming over this way? Do I have time for this? I mean, you're kind of still crouched, I suppose. Oh, there's a thing right there, that's fine. Sometimes you just want to, you know, be able to drag a body rather than encumber yourself entirely. Right, you're going back that way, so that's fine.
Got the blueprint. Be there in a sec. Try to find a way to the lower levels.
Sneaky. Close that window. Whoa! Ah, you can see down into... Like, there's no way to close that shutter, is there? I don't think I've got anything. I mean, I can't swap things around now at the moment anyway, but I don't think I've got anything like the reset optics. There are some fairly reasonable options in terms of building out particular styles of play when it comes to the hacking, probably more so than any other system within the game. Because you can go full on offensive, do damage, or you can rely more on interacting with environmental stuff, or you can have ones that enhance your ability to sneak around. Right, so I can't really remember. There's a way down. No, there's a person there. Don't have enough strength to get through that door. That's an 8.
I see your ugly face more than my input. You know what I mean? You know, you could say something interesting once in a while.
Can we take down that person without the guy on the grate?
A joke! Whatever, I don't care.
If we could distract... I don't know if you can like distract someone over there and then have the boxes collapse on them, or if the boxes collapsing just is the distraction.
Get laid.
Oh, there's a guy there as well. He's looking this way. Right, that's good to know. Are we able to... No. I don't want to attack the pipe. I want to attack the guy. There we go.
Will you say anything?
If I start shooting, I mean, it sort of gives the game away, but... Oh, right, I don't know if this is going to, like, collapse. Oh, yeah, it does! It knocks him out! Okay, that counts as, like, a silent knockdown, apparently. Ooh. Oh no, it's a terrible accident. What a shame. Right, I'll just ping them, see if there's anyone else I have. No. It was just that one other guy over there. Honestly, if they had a few more Hitman-esque level design choices where you could like drop stuff on people or whatever to, you know, simulate accidental kills, I think that would have served the game quite well. It's a pity they kind of did a fairly limited amount of choices for players in that regard. Right, you're kind of looking over this way. Is there anything I can do to distract you?
Oh man, what now?
Whoop. Oh, that's kind of... Oh, yeah, okay. I don't know if that really did anything useful. I could just start blasting. I mean, I guess I do want to try out my new guns. This thing is fairly slow to reload, but anyway. I mean, we've taken out a couple of people. We've made things easier on ourselves. It'd be nice to take some more of them out silently before I... Ooh. Before I start blasting. But anyway, okay, let's... I'm just gonna... save scum this.
Heard shots.
If
You
it
still
all
alive?
goes terribly wrong.
I'm here. Got no time to creep around.
Now what?
Whee! Tech weapons! You can see why I wanted this, right? It's basically the rifle, the sniper rifle, except... It's just, you don't have to wait for that charge up time, and honestly, you get the headshots and it's still just as good, almost. Let's turn that off. Oh. Right, let's actually... Wait, where's Lizzie? Let's try Lizzie. Don't know if we can fire through things with Lizzie. Yes, we can! I like Lizzie. Lizzie's fun. Right. Okay. I'm glad we picked up Lizzie. I don't think I've used Lizzie before, and I don't know why. I maybe just missed picking it up. But you can see why I like the Buria as well. I mean, you get the headshots, and like this thing's got a hell of a kick on it, but that's more like... I don't know, it's almost like a shotgun blast that you can fire through things. Anything in here? Just a frag grenade. Right, so let's switch back to that then, because that's... It's definitely easier to be a bit more precise. I mean, it's got less of a punch to it, or in terms of like the amount of damage, but...
Found a way down.
Yeah.
See my position?
Also, I've cleared everything out for you. You're welcome. Honestly, pistols are like they've managed to make pistols some of the most fun things in the game. Even with the rebalancing of this mod, the pistols are still a lot of fun.
We need to get to level -2. Bet that's where they're keeping her.
Is this another way down? Oh, that's lovely. Okay. Well, you know, you already knew exactly what they did here, and that's just kind of confirming it, I suppose.
Hear that?
Oh.
Evelyn's? Without a doubt.
So she was definitely brought... Like, we're definitely in the right place.
We don't have enough methionine for today's batch.
Oh, there's a person. Let's distract them.
RTL?
Erythritol. It's like candy for grown-ups.
No, don't do that game.
Anyone foam at the mouth, will it? Because if it does, we'll be out of biz.
Do you have any...
Listen, I know he stopped speaking mid-sentence, but it's fine. It's totally not suspicious at all. Don't worry about it. If you hear the person you're in the room with suddenly stop speaking and, you know, then there's a kind of a gurgle and a cracking sound, it doesn't mean anything at all. It's totally fine. It's okay, and you just stand there and don't turn around or react in any way. Video game logic. Gotta love it. Right, let's see what we can get out of this one. 1C55. E9. And they're actually both the same, so we can get everything out of that one, which is only $600, but still. I'm not... I mean, this is not necessary, really, to be totally sneaky here, to be honest, because in terms of, like, sneaky, I'm probably not going to get more than this, whereas the handgun skills I could probably do with improving, so maybe I should just go in all guns blazing.
Looks like snuffs are only the tip of the iceberg.
Oh dear. Well, you know, live recordings and random sneezes. There you go. That's the production that you just don't get on other videos. People sneezing into their microphone.
Smells like propylmethionine. Must be cooking RPM here.
RPM. Used to sprinkle it on my breakfast.
Okay, Johnny. Yep. Johnny likes drugs. We knew that was a thing.
Well, not bad.
Be nice if you had some kind of interaction where, even if it's just you, like, sliding a credit card
Keep him busy.
through the lock or something. Right, let's...
After that, we slip past him.
Or, hear me out.
Okay, now.
Oh shit!
Right, let's just turn that off. And that one. Yeah, I mean, I think we've basically aggroed the whole place. Whoa. Oh, that's the wrong button. Don't die, Judy. Right, I was trying to do the... Oh, do I need to be looking down the sights to do the charged up shot? I guess I do. Man, if you landed off a pose on the... This gun is nasty.
You did it.
I like it. Right, let's hoover up all the dropped guns and things. I can't remember who it was that commented under my previous video that they entirely approved of my attitude to loot. But yeah, this is what we're going to be doing. Wow, you're really plugged in if you didn't notice. I like this gun. I do like this gun. I mean, you can approach this all sneaky like, but yeah. There's not much point in me doing that, as I belatedly realised. Apart from taking less risk in terms of getting shot at by a bunch of enemies, because as we've seen, you know, it's not that difficult to go down. Anything in here, maybe?
How dare you apply!
I'll help.
Oh, hello. Ah!
Look at us now.
Bit on fire.
Still standing.
But, you know, that's kind of one of the nice things about the gun, is it makes people be a bit on fire. Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't really feel terribly guilty about just running here and massacring all these people, because they're clearly not very nice people. Clearly very, very nasty, unpleasant people. Oh, that's a power sniper rifle. That's quite a good one. You get who is it that has one of those later? I can't remember, but there is an iconic version of that that has a built-in silencer, which is, if you're going for that kind of playstyle, it's one of the best guns in the game, because it's got the punch of a big old powerful sniper rifle, but it's silenced, and I'm pretty sure it's the only silenced sniper rifle that there is. I don't think there's any other way to have a silenced sniper rifle. Or is there one that you win? I think you win one. No, I think you win a regular one when you're doing the street fighting missions. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure it's
clear. Keep going.
a special weapon that you get just from playing the story. Anyway, more reinforcement that this is a grim, grim place. Because they literally handcuff them to the filthy mattresses. Contents impossible to identify.
Steel, not the soft core plastic kind. Even if you come here on your own, gunning to become a star, there's no guarantee you're ever getting out.
Why would anyone come here voluntarily? I don't know. How desperate would you have to be? Those chutes, by the way, if they're not clogged with trash, you can actually chuck bodies down them if you're doing the sneaky, stealthy route. Another mod is always nice.
I think that's a maintenance room. See what I can stir up.
Grenade. Well, apparently we could have some kind of tech ability thing here, but... Tech ability 20, wow! That... Occasionally you'll run across stuff where it's like, how is there any way anybody would have that at this point in the game? Unless they'd specifically built, you know, to actually... Oh, did it again. Unless they specifically built the character, like dumped all of their points and even just run around and ground out side missions and gone and shot random gangsters in the street just to get the XP so they could pass that one 20 out of 20 check that's absurdly early in the game. Yeah, I have no idea. Anyway, see anything interesting? No? Okay. I thought she had something to say, but maybe she doesn't until you actually walk through here. Woo! That's probably going to alert somebody. Gosh, I like this gun. This is a fun gun. Hello? I mean, the fact it can shoot through walls is just a bonus. Oh, oh yeah, out of bullets? Ah! Oh no! I didn't notice I was out of bullets. That's the downside, because it goes pew 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 pew. Yeah. It doesn't have a very big clip, and it's not like you can modify it to have a bigger clip. Or a bigger magazine. Rather. Someone's going to get angry at me for saying clip rather than magazine, I just know it.
I think that's a maintenance room. See what I can stir up.
Can you open that door remotely? No. Sadly not. Right, remember this time. Did nobody... No, we're not in combat! That didn't trigger it. Okay, even though that was... most definitely not a silenced shot. Let's see if there's anything interesting on here. You just sometimes find little bits of... tidbits of information. So here we go. This is clearly referring to Evelyn. Bad. Why would someone? I don't know. Anyway, but clearly she's caused a bit of contention. But yeah, the fact that Wakako quite happily deals with people like this. Anyway, it's quite the comment chain. Right. You do find a couple of cyberware mods around here though, which have, you know, come out of somebody, but, you know, we don't care. It's fine.
I won't hurt you.
Well, we triggered them to go into the searching state, but they didn't go into the combat state, so yeah. Interesting. Don't know if I've seen that before. Can't tell if that's something that's supposed to have happened or not. Anyway, 1C, 1C, 1C. I think I need to do some side jobs next time round, if anything else, just to build up some cash. Yep. So basically, just like literally yanking people's innards out.
And why stop there? Took a few internal organs while they were at it.
Lovely, charming people.
Very resourceful.
Scabs. No matter how many. When you stamp out, there'll always be more crawling around somewhere.
Figure you've made their acquaintance.
Afraid so.
I won't hurt you.
Now, it doesn't quite... I think... Is it the sniper rifle that lets you sometimes see through? Oh, there you are.
You
Ooh. Oh, yeah, exploding the pipe, that'll do it. pretty sure there's a well, there will be. I mean, there's almost certainly got to be a legendary version of this gun, so we're going to have to keep an eye out for that.
You come out.
Whoa.
I'll be nice.
Wait, what? I don't... What's happening right now? So am I missing a point blank range? That's so bad. Where did you go? He's over there. Oh, you're not dead. But that was just bad. I was so flustered by the guy. Just, whatever that was, I was so flustered by it that I was just like, I can't even shoot straight. I'm gonna watch that back, and it's gonna be hilarious, probably. Right, I should probably just stick with you. Like, this is more fun for shooting through walls, but for this kind of combat, I'm probably better off with this gun. Yeah, I want to pick up the... There we go. Doesn't always let you pick up the thing you want to pick up.
I know where she is. Wait, just seeing things.
I think that's all of them. I remember the very first time I came through and did this, I didn't realise this was an explosive pipe. And I think it was actually, there was an enemy stood here that shot the pipe, and I was like here, and it exploded, and I died, and I was like, oh, those can explode. Now I know. So it's a heck of a way to find out that, yes, the environment can explode and kill you.
Come out. I only want to talk. Promise.
I do like that. Yeah, it's when you hear them that you can actually end up with getting some idea of their location. Like that's a neat feature. Right, they've died through burning out, which is all well and good. And turn off cameras just for the extra XP. Right, actually, I haven't hoovered everything up in this area yet. Let's do that first, because I must hoover all the things. Also, that's grim.
Used him as a puppet and a virtue that killed him.
Yeah, that's the guy we literally watched to die in that that thing. Have I mentioned that it's grim? Have I maybe put that point across once or twice, perhaps, maybe? Right, I think that's all of the... Oh, we're carrying too much. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna have to scrap some stuff, clearly. Right, that's done, and as we've got a couple of perk points to play with, I'm actually going to take this one, which will increase the modifier even more. In fact, we can get that so it's up to 100%. So we've, I think, doubled the charge that we can get. I've also swapped the Ajax for the Achilles that we picked up, which has actually got a double 10% crit mod on it, so that's a 20% crit chance, and as it's a tech weapon, it can be charged. But I don't know what this is like in terms of like rate of fire. Okay, that's interesting. Does it actually do a ring pattern? I'll have to try that. Quite a long reload though. We'll give this a go. I don't think there's any more shooting to be done in this section though.
Close to the studio, I think. You find anything useful?
Freed up the elevator. Should be easier to get out of here.
You really don't fuck around, do you? Wait 1 sec for me.
Floating ashtray, bit of ammo, a new A, and get to a corpse. No shortage of those. Actually, we might get a chance to. Yes, hello, camera. Not that you can warn anybody, because anybody you might have warned is already dead. Any other bits and bobs? Okay, that's, you know, not bad. I might well hang on to this as well. The fact that we can now charge up to 100% is rather good. Right, is it that room? There's another room where I shot...
All right, I'm here.
Oh, is it that room?
Let's find her. Hang in there, Ev.
Right, this is a different room, but I saw there was... There we go. Something I could actually get some dosh out of, which should be very useful. Especially as I blew most of it at the start of the episode. Let's see, there we go. I guess the point of being able to scan some of the bodies is to find out whether they're Evelyn or not, but it doesn't give you a name, so, you know, as far as you're aware, they could be Evelyn, right? Anyway, we've scanned that body. I guess it isn't, because she'd have said something. And we know there's a couple of bodies to loot in this room. Are you still alive? Sometimes they're... Even if you've shot them, they're still, you know, they're wounded but not dead, technically. Right, is there anything to do on here? It's possibly we can read some messages. Is this still meant to be a working power plant? Okay. No, again. Keep... That's just going to be the running theme of this entire series, is me forgetting the key. I mean, in my defense, anytime you go in the menu, you hit escape to go back. The game itself says, hey, hit escape to back out of things, except when you're interacting with consoles and laptops and whatever, in which case you have to press this whole other key.
It's Evelyn. Just don't touch her. If she's recording, you'll scramble her brain. Wait until I cut her link.
Now, I don't know if you can purposefully mess this up. I'm actually going to... Let's quick save. This is for science.
Grab it and tell me when you're gonna yank it.
Let's purposefully mess this up and see if something happens.
Alright, let's do this.
Because I'm curious.
Wait for my signal.
Here goes. Now!
Thank God.
Well, that wasn't... Wait, do I just let the... Hang on, let's just let the timer go. Maybe that's how you mess it up. Or will it do it automatically after the timer's gone down? I don't know. I've not purposely tried to mess this up before, but, you know, we're trying to do things... Well, I'm trying to do things a little bit different.
I'll break the link at my end at the same time.
Alright, let's do this.
Wait for my signal.
Hands away from the keyboard. It gives you plenty of time.
And... now!
No, it just says automatic. Well, what's the point of having the timer then? CDPR.
Thank God.
What the hell was the point of that?
Evelyn, you hear me?
I don't... Ugh. Anyway, yeah, she's clearly not in any state to answer questions. I don't even know why you would bother asking.
She okay to be moved? No brain hemorrhages, damage to the spine?
Doesn't seem to have any wounds. Guess we got no choice.
What's wrong with her?
Honestly, I don't know. She's gotta be seriously traumatized.
I mean, Fingers was talking about her basically being catatonic.
Let's get her somewhere safe.
Fast, too.
Which way?
I sealed the doors
But this
and managed to power the
situation
elevators.
probably
Elevators
won't
it
have
is then.
improved matters. I would imagine. Well, I don't... Why are you running that way, Judy? The elevator's this way.
Come on, is it really that hard? Please, just one. For me?
Where is he? Smoking's bad for you, dude.
Won't hurt those rosy lungs of...
Smoking's for posers, and it stinks too.
Say whatever the fuck you want, but just light up.
No.
He's having phantom nicotine cravings, apparently.
Just my luck. We going in?
What's there to wait for? Didn't go through hell and back just to stand in front of a door.
It's funny, if you give the other option, you literally just immediately go inside also. So it makes absolutely no difference whatsoever. Anyway, one of the rare times when you get to see it being properly raining wet. Anyway, I know what I mean. Man, who else has been following the whole stupid saga with Rockstar and the air quotes definitive edition? Who thought that rain effect was gonna pass muster in any way, shape or form? That whole thing was just such a crap show. I actually have a strong suspicion that it was a very similar situation to Cyberpunk, where it was, because it was what was it, Grove Street Games? It was like a contracted out studio, but they'd worked with the Rockstar before doing the mobile ports or something like that. But yeah, it was clearly unfinished, and Rockstar was like, yeah, it's fine, we've got a deadline to meet, put it out anyway. Exactly as with Cyberpunk. So yeah, that's just stop doing that, game companies. Just don't. Just stop putting out unfinished games. To which the game companies, it's like that meme of, I don't even know what it's from, but the, no, I don't think I will. Anyway. So, Judy's got quite a nice place. I quite like Judy's apartment. And why, yes, we will steal her anything that isn't nailed down, because,
She's
you know.
sleeping. At least I think she is. Her eyes are closed and she's not shaking anymore. I would have already killed her by now if I didn't feel so bad for her.
How's she feeling?
Use your imagination. That place sucked every last.
It's kind of a
drop
dumb
humanity
question,
from
V.
her.
I mean, come on now.
It's not enough. She already gave up everything she had.
I just kept taking more and more. She's in some kind of trance, like she's folded into herself. No reaction to her surroundings whatsoever. I really didn't want to poke around in her head. I did it for you. I just want you to know that.
You're mad at her. Why?
When you asked me to scour her behavioral chip, I was just about done dealing with your shit.
Judy, I didn't have
I
any.
know. It's okay.
Nice little moonwalk you did
I
there,
don't
Judy.
get why.
You'll find out in a sec. I'll show you the virtue I found.
How many BDs did you manage to rip?
2. Only one of them's intact. Understandable, though. The rest... well, they're in the same shape as Evelyn right now.
Guessing you saw them already.
Yeah. Had to wrestle to make sense of the whole thing. But I don't want to say anything and taint your perspective. You should go in with fresh eyes.
Okay. Show me.
Give me a sec while I set the parameters.
Guess we'll find out if our doll really did lose her tune. Come on, V.
Now you can try and talk to her, but
I'll be the first to admit, this does not look good.
it doesn't really do much. Yeah.
Well now, look at you.
Right, I think we'll take a look at these BDs. This isn't a particularly long section. So we'll do this bit and oh, it won't let me hoover up the get too close. Gosh darn it. I'll just have to steal all her stuff later. Also, geez, how many screens do you need? You literally have screens blocking other screens there. That seems very inefficient. So can I snoop on her emails? Oh wow, yeah, there is a whole bunch of them. Okay, this is me just being nosy before we do the thing. I was convicted for stealing a fire truck and for the illegal use of property belonging to the fire department. Except she didn't steal it, took it from a scrapyard and fixed it up. Okay, so she fixed it up so well that they thought she'd stolen it. Alright then. Okay. Why a fire truck? I guess just because it was there? So, a little back and forth between Judy and Evelyn. Okay. You can see Evelyn starting to not really like hitting a limit in terms of wanting to get out, which maybe then ties into, of course, her handing us the job, which all went very, very wrong. We now have well, I mean, I don't want to say too much because obviously I know what happens, but we'll get to that. We're about to learn more about Evelyn and how she came to have the information that she had. So I won't say anything even though we're about to learn about it, because obviously that would be spoilers. Interesting. So somebody from a actual movie studio tried to poach her. Stop messaging me. Not for the first time, clearly. Alrighty then, she definitely has no interest in working for big corporate money, it would seem. So this is from someone called Roxanne. Don't know if this is someone we actually meet in the game. Okay, just somebody she knows. And again, somebody saying, hey, come work for us. So, you know, she's obviously a known talent kind of thing if she's got big corporations trying to poach her. And then this is tying into the immediate prequel. What's the word I'm looking for? But basically the immediate preceding part of how Evelyn dragged Judy into this. Okay, so alright, you do get a little bit of interesting backstory, and hey, I remembered the correct button this time. Yay, go me. Right, let's take a look. See, let's stop faffing around.
Data was in pretty rough shape. Not all that editable.
Glad you managed to salvage him in the first place.
Needs a second to load. Quality's lousy, but I did what I could.
What am I looking out for? Every single piece of tech I see? Security?
We need a layout of the whole room. We will get everything else we need from the virtue.
What about his messages?
Only if you can do it and be parfait bourré. It's most important that he suspect nothing. Try to be your usual relaxed self.
And if he starts talking about the biochip himself, should I...
Biochip? Where you hear this? That is not of interest to you. You spin the virtue, you come back here. We give you the eddies. That is your one job. The rest is none of your concern. understand.
So she was hired, and that's somebody clearly using the same kind of scrambling tech that V herself does. So, yeah. Let's see what we can pull from this. Actually, you just... Isn't there a button?
What am I looking out for?
So, what can we see to scan?
Can't see her face.
Under normal circumstances, that kind of encryption's easy to crack. But not this time. Whoever she is, she's got serious net running skills.
That, or someone's working it for her.
Okay, we also have this, whatever this is.
I think I recognize these.
What are they?
Vive markings.
You familiar with them?
Not enough to know what they actually mean. Heard of who might use them, though.
Who?
Could be the Voodoo Boys, but that's just a hunch. Can't be 100% sure.
The spine-chilling Netrunner crew? Hard to find, because they don't want to be. I wouldn't know where to start.
Okay. Then a bit further on, we've got something else in the visual layer.
What about his messages?
Only it's most important.
So somehow she already knew about the biochip. Like, that was obviously not their intent for her to know about the biochip when they hired her to basically get close to Yorinobu.
Maybe, but all of them are from Pacifica. Narrows down our search, at least.
What now?
Looks like I'm going on a field trip to Pacifica.
So Evelyn was essentially, as far as we can tell, getting sick and tired of her life at Clouds, and didn't really fancy the option of going and joining the Mox, getting into that more rough lifestyle, because, you know, they take care of themselves. So clearly she was looking for some big payout, and ended up tangled up with potentially the Voodoo Boys, who are one of the big players in Night City in terms of the gangs, but they're also kind of the most insular, as you'll find out. Anyway, that's all we can get out of this.
Think we got everything.
What do you think?
Woman who hired Evelyn. Any idea who we're up against?
Your guess is as good as mine. Sorry, V.
I mean, you said yourself that the Voodoo Boys, Pacifica, you know, it's going to be a fairly strong guess.
What's up with you? Know what happened at Clouds. They're the ones who tried to flatline her. Launched a nuke at her ship.
So it was punishment? For getting played by her?
She knew more than they thought she knew. Couldn't let that go.
So that's who she was running from.
Looks like Evelyn never told us the whole truth.
You're telling me? If I'd known what she'd gotten herself into... I'm so mad at her.
Her only job was to record a virtue. Pretty damn amazing she managed to organize a full-blown heist. And swipe the biochip from under her boss's noses.
So that's where you came in. She hired you. And brought this all on herself. On you two. There's one more recording. Wanna see it?
Sure, why not? Nothing can surprise me at this point.
Oui, lui aller. Vous te gen raison, moi c'est tout intelligent pour ça, côté bien. Moi c'est pas enragé. En plus, c'est plus bon moyen nous gagner pour nous arriver sur yon bout. Faut que nous prenions chance là. Vous gagnez plus bon l'idée? Très bien. Si vous décidez si c'est pas critiquer ça me pense, à continuer à faire travail.
What language is she speaking?
Dunno. Haitian Creole? It is the Voodoo Boys.
Didn't I... Wait, let me see if I've got an auto-translator. Meantime, you try to tune into the phone's frequency. See what the other side's saying.
Right, so we want to switch
Try scanning the
audio
phone.
layer.
Got it. Give it a second.
Oui, oui, allez.
Heard her mention your noble.
Probably why Evelyn buried this recording. Got another name. Something like Silverhand?
We have to know what they're saying. Could be important.
Fine. Just found the auto transfer package. Should get along fine with your system. I'll install it now.
Vous voyez un peu mon idée? Très bien. Si vous décidez si c'est bon côté que ça me pense, à continuer à faire travail.
Tu peux déjà aller?
Oui, oui, allez. Vous avez raison, moi c'est tout intelligent pour ça, pour te bien.
Ou pensez que je vais faire un problème?
Moi c'est pas enragé. Non plus, c'est plus bon moyen nous gagner pour nous arriver sur un bout. Faut que nous prenions là.
Moi t'ai quoi même j'avais que si le a mené nous direct sous Alt.
Vous avez un peu bon idée? Très bien. Si vous décidez si c'est bon côté que ça me pense, à continuer à faire travail.
So there we go, some more pieces of the puzzle.
Hey Judy, we're good.
All right, disconnecting. I don't get it. What's this have to do with Johnny Silverhand? He died, like, forever ago.
Yeah, about that.
Hey,
I mean,
got any
he
idea?
did, but...
Biochip we stole. It's got Silverhand's engram burned onto it.
Engram?
Digitized psyche. Personality construct. Can you give me a minute? I need to go over some stuff in my head.
Of course.
Know who they are, who the woman is? Any idea how we find them?
Seems like a dumb question.
I've been dead the last half century.
I think he does
Sorry
get
if
some
I'm
dumb
unable to
options
hand
to
you all the
ask
answers
sometimes.
on a chrome fucking platter when you snap your finger.
These people, what could they want from Alt?
How the hell should I know?
Got no notion whatsoever?
One way or another, everything leads back to that Netrunner. Finding her's our biggest priority. If she knows as much as I think she knows about the chip, she can help us out.
Thought you said nothing could help us.
Nah, just find us that Juju wirehead, okay?
So, that's a path forward, and now we can just, you know, take all of Judy's everything that isn't nailed down, because that's how we roll.
Wait, you got any idea how to get in touch with the Voodoo Boys?
I'll ask around. Make a few calls. Let me put it this way. The Voodoo Boys wouldn't trust a cat if it walked onto their turf. But someone's gotta know a way in.
Well, good luck. Hope you won't need it.
Thanks, Judy.
No, V. Thank you. You're a good person. Evelyn could never see what was under people's skin. If she could have gotten to know you a bit better, then... who knows? Things might have turned out differently.
Right, so... I think... this is, a good place to leave things. In the rain, we've uncovered a bunch more about the story, and we have a path forwards. But next time, as I said, I think I will do some more side quest stuff just to build up some funds. I really could do with an upgraded cyber deck, because the limited amount of RAM, I mean, we've still got the one we started with, which has only got, what, 4 slots to work with, so yeah. And we could also do with just some more upgrades and enhancements generally. We've done precious little so far, and mainly because of lack of money. So I think that'll be the next one. It'll be running around doing side quests and getting some upgrades under our belt. So that is it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you have, you can do all the usual things down underneath the video. And of course, as always, stay tuned for more.